Hi, my name is Lee and welcome to video 5 in this series on how to build better bots for your automation projects. There's quite a bit I want to get covered in this video, so let's get stuck into it. Now here is the bot we've been building through the various steps in the videos I'm recording, and as per the last video I discussed how you can use the step command to organize and make your bot logic more readable. So we've broken it up into a nice set of steps here, and I've actually added on a step at the front here which is going to be the first topic that we'll talk about, which is logging. Now you can't always be there watching your bot when it runs, obviously, particularly when it's an unattended bot. So setting up some form of logging is a good idea, because then you can log to a file each of the steps that it's making, any variables and things like that. So that if the bot does fall over, and you will find evidence of that in the Automation Anywhere logs and hopefully in your platform, but then in the log file you'll have much more detailed information about what has happened and where it got up to. So how do we do this? Well, I'm also leveraging something else we covered in the previous video, which was global variables. So notice here that I've set up a global parameter for a working directory where all of my bots are going to write their log files to. And then in this specific bot, I've created a process name variable here, which is holding the name of this particular process I'm automating. So the very first thing I do is combine that process name with my working directory to get a unique directory for logging and other purposes for this particular bot. Just in case that doesn't exist, hopefully it always should, I will create the variable there. So just a bit of error trapping, harking back to one of the early videos, thinking about things that can go wrong. And then I'm taking the date time string from the system date, stripping out a few things that are inconsistent with being able to use it as a file name, and then I log to the file in that path that we've created there using the combined process name and global working directory, the system date time dot log. And I'm just at the start here saying starting off our process there. So that's the very first log entry. And then at the start of each of these steps here, I'm writing to the log file. So this is just pretty simple. What I'd recommend you do is write any important variables and that sort of thing. So then when you go to those logs, you can see whether the variables have a value, what value might have caused the error. This is just an illustrative purpose. And if we now see the log file that's generated, here's the last couple I've run. You can see I get a date time stamp there and the particular text that I've written. So there's a great way to keep track of what your bot's doing and to provide you with something at a detailed level to debug any problems that it encounters when it encounters a problem. Now, one thing worth pointing out, that at least in the Automation Anywhere platform, you will always get in the history log a detailed report of any errors and the last step the bot was on when it failed. So that will help you identify the point in your bot logic at where it may have crashed anytime. But then with the logging, you get a detailed set of steps, including values of variables and that sort of thing that led up to that point, which can therefore help you debug your bot logic. But there will also be times when logging is not enough to help you debug your bot logic. Maybe the website you were trying to access was down, or one of those pesky "the system will be down for maintenance over the weekend" messages popped up, and therefore the controls you were trying to reference in your bot logic weren't on the page. You're going to hit an unhandled sort of error there, the bot logic will fail, but you won't really have an idea of what actually happened on the screen to trigger that. Now, within the Automation Anywhere platform, there is a really great and easy way of handling any of those unhandled errors, and it is the error handler. So all I need to do is drag across an error handler at the top of my bot logic here, and what I'll do is move all of the bot logic into this try section, and it's going to try and execute all of those steps. Any of my logic to capture and handle anticipated errors will work as normal, but anytime an error occurs that I didn't anticipate, it's going to do the particular tasks that are over here in this catch block. And what I then might want to do is a screenshot. So let's take a look here. I can capture the entire desktop window here and save an image to a folder. And because we've set up our logging folder here with a log file of a particular name, well, all I need to do is take a copy of that file there, and in the configuration of our screen capture, I just save a file of the same name to one of these particular types here that they have suggested in the small print there. So I'll create a PNG file, save that, And now my bot is completely resilient to, well, not completely resilient to any errors, but I'm actually able to apply a generic set of steps here that are going to help me handle any particular errors better. Okay, now I covered quite a bit of content there in the Automation Anywhere platform, but I'm sure those concepts can be equally applied to any automation platform that you happen to be working with. Now I'm going to end the video there, as the next topic is a little bit more detailed and would have stretched things out a bit longer than I wanted in a single video. So in the next video we're going to be talking about making your bot logic modular, and join me for that. If you're interested in being alerted when the next video is out, subscribe to my channel, but otherwise thank you for watching.